spaces for black queers, there's nowhere safe for us to go out here. There's no support from our community, and when it is, it's typically black women, and black men are absolutely absent and not present, and we need to be protected too. And when it comes to people who are on the front lines, historically, it's black queer people and black women and a little bit of the men. But the men want to take a lot of the glory and not want to help all of the community, and it almost seems like they more so want to be equal to the white man instead of fighting for all black liberation for all people. And I feel like, what do you guys think about that? What are you going to do about that? Because something needs to be done in Sacramento.
Was I think a challenge, and a righteous challenge, and I think we need to see the full person, right? And what I'm hearing is from our queer relatives that for too long you all have been abandoned, not seen. It's not about acceptance, it's not about tolerance. You have your own power and agency to live your own life. And I think, you know, for those of us who have come from the faith community and other kind of patriarchal cultures in society, it's time for us to get on the journey within ourselves, figure out how we challenge some of the institutions that we're living inside, that widen the circle of human concern that actually is not just about lip service. You know, black folks, we can get in here and do the best rhetoric that we can. We all just preachers and teachers, that's what we do. But talking ain't saved nobody and done nothing. I think the proof's got to be in the pudding. And I think it's a fair challenge that we all got to say that if we really love our people and love all our folks, then we got to start laying our lives down. And that means that we got to show up, not just for Stephon Clark, but we got to show up when trans folks are killed. We need to be very much dialed into that, and not just generalizing them as a black person, but seeing them in their full self as a trans black person. I'm hearing that challenge. I think we all need to figure out how we respond to that.
I think it's important, just like when we say Black Lives Matter, of course everybody's life matters, right? But when we say Black Lives Matter, we're focusing on black folks because we're the most impacted, we're the most marginalized. So when we talk about within the black community and we start saying all black lives, instead of singling out the folks that are the most impacted and that have the biggest intersections, when you're black and you're a woman, you've got two intersections. You're fighting to be a woman and you're fighting to be black. And when you're black and you're queer, you're fighting to be black, and then you're fighting your own community to be who you are and be acknowledged for it. So I think it's important that we center the folks that are the most oppressed, because the only way to come out of oppression is to lead. And I've learned that personally. Like, you can only come out of oppression by leading, and queer and trans folks black, queer, and trans folks need to lead. And they need to be respected, and they need to be looked at for who they are and honored for who they are, and not say, you know, you're just black, so, but no, they're suffering a lot of other things in the black community because of who they are, because of their existence. So I think we have to be very intentional with saying, because you're queer and you're black, or because you're black and you're trans, I love you and I honor you and I respect you, and I'm gonna fight for you, and I'm gonna fight my own people to make sure that you're respected and you're honored.
Upon black, I speak on everyone. Queer, woman, child. I'm just saying that's what my idea is. My idea is, if you are black, right? Okay, so I speak for you because you're black. I don't go into any of, if you're a Baptist and I don't deal with religion, I speak for black because it's all about our liberation. I think what we do too much is we've divided ourselves like a pie where it's created this division. And it's not trying to say I'm trying to knock anything, but I'm saying that my idea, my thought process is about black people. You. I speak for black people. That's what I just do. And it has nothing to do with what you decide is you know what I'm saying, your man, your woman. It doesn't matter on any level on that piece. It's, I love you because you're a black person. Right. That's it. Right. There ain't no quorum in my heart, because I know they're going to take me out just like they take you out. Right. We're both moving targets. Right. So I'd be a fool to sit there and say, oh, you are queer, so you're not black. That's ridiculous. Right. You are black because you're black. You're just like me, in a sense that we are different, but the reality is that I look at it as we're black. And please correct me if I'm moving it and shaping it wrong. I just see from a standpoint of, we're black people, let's all stand together.
I think as far as them feeling safe and being shunned by the community, because they do get shunned for the most part. So I think we're saying more about educating the majority who shuns queer black folks.
Okay, but that's why the question was, real quick, the question was, I was saying that I just represent family as black. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't about the education piece. I'm saying that overall, if you're black, I'm down with you. That's me.